Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Tarika, aka Isolated Beauty, and I'm coming at you guys with a new video. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing my personal tips and tricks for mastering your stage presence as a spoken word artist. If you guys don't know, I am a spoken word artist. I've been doing spoken word for about 3 or 4 years now, and I feel like I have enough experience. I've performed enough. I've just, I've come a long way far as my stage presence, and I really wanted to just share how I've improved, what has helped me improve my stage presence as a spoken word artist. And I think that this video will be very informative and help you guys if you guys are a spoken word artist as well. So if you guys are feeling this video already, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to click that subscribe button if you have not already as well. My goal is to reach 450 subscribers before the end of January. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? We're gonna see, but yeah, that's my goal. So if you guys enjoy my content, if you guys enjoy what I'm all about, then yeah, click that subscribe button so you never miss out on my content. I don't think I have anything else to say, and yeah, let's get into this video. So I will be telling you guys exactly what stage presence is, and then I will be breaking this video up into 7 sections. Stage presence is how you present yourself while performing that engages the audience in what you're doing. It is the qualities about you as well as your art that captures the audience's attention and locks them into what you are doing in your performance. That is my personal definition of stage presence. Of course, this definition varies from person to person, from artist to artist, but that is what I came up with. I think that stage presence isn't something that can be taught. So sure, I'm giving you guys these tips, I'm giving you guys these advice, which is very ironic that I can't necessarily teach you your stage presence. Stage presence is something that you practice, something that you improve upon, something that takes trial and error to figure out. I can't tell you how to be you, like you can't tell me how to be me. But in this spoken word class or whatever, I hope to just give you guys some tips and tricks and my personal insight on how to improve your stage presence. Last thing, no two artists are the same, so you're not gonna see 2 different stage presences that are the same. Sure, you can have similarities between some people or other artists, but no 2 people are the same, therefore nobody's stage presence is ever going to be the same. So that's pretty much my definition of stage presence, and now I'm going to be telling you guys 7 elements that enhance, improve, that are included in your stage presence. So the 7 elements that I believe make up stage presence is the purpose and message of your art, your focus, your body language, your facial expressions, tones and energy shifts, your appearance, as well as, most importantly, your confidence. So let's dive into these 7 elements. The first element is the purpose or message. What are you trying to say, and why are you saying it? Before you even get on stage, of course, you're writing a spoken word piece. You need to think about what you're trying to say, why you're trying to say it, why did you even write this piece in the first place? I think that is very important to have a message and a purpose for what you're creating, because why would someone want to hear or listen to or watch something pointless? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're creating something that's more abstract and harder to figure out, you still want to have a purpose and a message, as well as intentions on sharing this piece of art. Knowing your purpose and your message is the first step of figuring out how you're going to execute it to the audience, as well as what elements of your stage presence will assist you in doing so. Also, knowing your purpose and your message will simply help your story come to life. I think that's the very first thing you should do. Determine, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? What do I want people to receive out of this? And that will most definitely improve your stage presence before you even touch the stage, yo. So yeah. Second element that comprises of your stage presence as a spoken word artist is focus. Who are you talking to? You need to know who you're talking to. It is important to know where you are directing your art to, whether it's words, movement, or even music, believe it or not. You don't always have to look into the eyes of those you're performing at. You can look out. You can put a person there, whoever you're talking about, and you can start talking to that person. Or if you want to talk to this person and you want to tell them how you feel, you can tell them how you feel. You want to look over there and tell this person how you feel, how he broke your heart, or how this girl got you effed up, you tell her. You can look wherever you want. I think that is very important to know who you're directing this to. Personally, I like to play around with it. Sometimes I like to look out, and then I like to look down, and then I like to look to the side. It just depends. Like, there's no rules to it. You can also look up and around as if you're contemplating something, as if you're thinking about something. Not necessarily look like you're thinking about your piece, but if you're doing a very internal monologue type piece, you know what I'm saying? Something that's very intuitive, I suppose, you can look up into your thoughts and think about what you're saying as you're presenting the piece to the audience. Like I said, the element of focus far as your stage presence as a spoken word artist varies depending on the type of piece that you perform. And like I said, you also don't have to be consistent. You don't have to just look out. You don't have to just look at this person. You don't have to just look at that person. You don't have to look up. You can look wherever you want. Make sure that you're engaging with the audience in some type of way. The third element of your spoken word stage presence is body language. This is so important. Not only do your words and your voice matters, how you're standing on stage matters. You can use your body to express your art as well. You don't have to just stand there as still as a freaking brick performing your piece. You're gonna look very stiff. You're gonna look very not confident or very not sure about what you're doing. You can use your hands. You can reach up. You can do this. You can point at this person and let them know how you feel. You can point at this person. You can paint a picture of whatever you want with your hands or with your body. You don't have to even just stand at the mic. You can walk around. You can engage with the audience. Your body language is very important. It's very important to be sure of yourself, to be confident in your body, and that really enhances your art. I think that it's very nice to walk around and move around the space, but it's very important. You have to be very careful with that one because sometimes you look more chaotic. You're just pacing around. I've been guilty of this. I've done this a few times. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's very important to just really balance out your body language. Walk around sometimes, stand still sometimes, really add variance to your body language. You don't have to stay still, and even when you are staying still, don't sway or don't fidget or don't grab at your clothes because you're gonna look like you're unsure, you're gonna look like you're afraid, and you're gonna look like you're not as confident in your art as you should be. I think that your body language can be even as simple as a simple head movement, like something that I like to do if I'm looking out at this person and then I like to do this. Or if I want to do this, or if I want to be swift and sharp, or you know what I mean? Stage presence really encompasses your whole body. Even if you're not just dancing or doing something physical, you can add your body into your art, even if it's words and writing. This last point relating to your body language, there is power in stillness, but there is not power in stiffness. You can stand as still as you can and have so much power in your voice, so much passion in your voice, but stiffness shows that you aren't confident. Stiffness shows that you're afraid. Stage fright shows that you just need to loosen up, relax. There's power in stillness, but there's not power in stiffness, so think about that. Fourth element is facial expressions. I think that this is very important as well. I think all of these are important. It's very important to not look dead when you're presenting your spoken word piece. If you look dead, what I look like receiving your piece, you're not even passionate about it, so why should I be passionate about it as well? If you look dead, the audience is gonna feel dead, simple as that. Don't be afraid to smile. Don't be afraid to look angry. Don't be afraid to look sad. Shit, cry. I've cried a lot doing spoken word. You can use your face in your spoken word in presenting your spoken word on stage. Don't be afraid to just express yourself and use your whole body to express yourself. You have to put yourself in the place of the arts. If you wrote something about how somebody broke your heart, y'all know that's my go-to, or you're writing something about a personal battle you have faced, why would you look dead about that? You know what I'm saying? Of course you can play with that element of numbness and stuff like that, but really don't be afraid to put yourself in that situation and imagine how that made you feel. You need to show the audience that because it's really going to bring to life your story, and it's really going to make the audience feel something and leave an impact on them. I think facial expressions are great. Personally, I'm very expressive with my face even when I talk. Even if you can tell, I use my hands a lot when I talk. I'm just very expressive with my body. I don't know, I dance as well, so maybe that has something to do with it, but I've incorporated those elements into performing my spoken word as well, and I think that's really what has enhanced my stage presence. Of course I had to do trial and error. I'm this doesn't work, this doesn't work, I like this, but really don't be afraid, like I said, to put your whole self into your art. It really just shows that you're more passionate. It's really going to touch and lock in the audience as well as show that you have strong stage presence. The fifth element of your stage presence as a spoken word artist is tones and energy shifts. Your emotions don't have to be consistent. You don't have to just read in one voice. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people that do this. Is probably one of my favorites as well. I think it is important that you take the audience on a roller coaster ride. You want to make them feel an array of emotions. You don't have to be flatline, one emotion, monotone. Dear God, don't be monotone. You really want to just, like I said, take the audience on a roller coaster ride. Make them feel as many things as you want and as many things as you hope to make them feel. Think about it this way. In life, no one's ever just one emotion. No one's ever just happy all the time. No one's ever just sad all the time. And I know that sounds like crazy, like who are you to determine that? But I mean, it's legit. We all feel so many emotions in one day, in 1 minute, and even in 1 hour. So why should your art be one emotion as well when that's not even how we as humans live? Some examples of changing your tones and energy in your spoken word would be raising or softening your voice, sounding serious then sounding nonchalant, changing speeds, pausing. Yes, silence. Take a pause. Let it marinate. Let them take it in. And many more ways to change your tones in your shit. I'm a little crazy. I like to do a little bit of everything. You have to really find what works for you, as well as determine like what's needed for that piece of art in particular. I think that my most recent discovery is that you should never perform a piece the same twice. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, sure, consistency is key and that's supposed to work in some areas, but as far as my spoken word, I've never performed a piece the same exact way twice, because I always try to make my pieces different. Sometimes I may not feel the same way about a particular line that I do about another particular line while performing the piece again. Unpredictable, as well as relying on in the moment feelings, is really what takes your stage presence to the next level. Like, I've done a piece that I've cried the first time I've performed it, versus I didn't cry the second time I did it, and that really takes the stage presence to a different level. So sure, consistency is key, but I think that being unique and really relying on how you feel in the moment just really is something special. It's something that no one can imitate, because at the end of the day, it's in the moment and you can't really obtain that. So I'm gonna be showing you guys video clips of me performing my piece Bouquet, which is probably one of my favorite pieces I've written. I performed this piece numerous times, but in these video clips I'm gonna play them. One is from the very first time I shared it and performed it, and the second time is from an open mic that I went to. But I really want you guys to note the difference in my stage presence, the difference in my voice, the difference in the emotion. I think that these two videos really capture that. So yeah, enjoy these clips, and there they go.
Ended up meaning this much to me. Soon I withered away. How could you neglect me and leave me to figure out a way of living without you? Simultaneously, you were my sunshine and rain. You leave me and I grow weak. You fracture my stem and I seek to find another hymn. That's not you, but it's still music to my ears. The love I had for you was rooted deep in my heart. I grieve you even though you're alive. I grieve you and I was the one left to die. You breathed a new life into me only for it to be taken away. And then you added my corpse to your bouquet. A bouquet of all of the pretty girls. All of the flowers that you bloomed. All of the flowers that wanted for you. And even though I am a lifeless addition to your bouquet, quantity meant more to you than quality. Can you be a fool not to count? Withered away. How could you neglect me and leave me to figure out a way of living without you? Simultaneously, you were my sunshine and rain. You leave me and I grow weak. You fracture my stem and I seek to find another hymn. That's not you, but it's still music to my ears. Woo. The love I had for you was rooted deep in my heart. I grieve you even though you're alive. I grieve you and I was the one left to die. You breathed a new life into me only for it to be taken away, and then you added my corpse to your bouquet. A bouquet of all the pretty girls.
Come on, IOB.
All of the flowers that you bloomed. Yes. All of the flowers that wanted for you, and even though I am a lifeless addition to your bouquet, quantity meant more to you than quality. Can you be a fool not to count me?
The sixth element of your stage presence as a spoken word artist would happen to be appearance. Now, y'all may come for me when I say all this stuff, but I'm gonna keep it 100%. As humans, we judge books by their covers. We just do. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. It is our first nature to judge a book by its cover. Sure, this can be bad. Sure, this can be good in some ways, but you really want to look put together. Your attire and what you're wearing can really contribute to your story. Like, for me personally, I put a lot of thought into what I wear. Like, an open mic is kind of different, but if I'm like a feature or something like that, I really put thought into my outfit. I really put thought into what I'm wearing, because that really contributes to the story that I'm trying to portray. Like, when I did Unruled Monarch, I had orange hair. I had a black dress because that was just I'm sorry, that was fucking fire. But I really but when I did Unruled Monarch, I had orange hair. I became a monarch. Like, sure, I didn't look exactly like a cliche monarch, but I changed my appearance to enhance the story, to enhance the art, and it really, I think I pulled it off so well. Even if it's something as small as an open mic, you want to look put together, you want to look your very best, because at the end of the day, you don't know who's going to walk up in that open mic, you don't know who's listening, you don't know what opportunity is going to come, so you really want to make sure that you look your best, because you should just do that anyways. I think that having your look together as a performer just makes you look like you're more serious, you more professional, and it just really, like I said, enhances your stage presence as well as the story that you're trying to tell through your art. And the seventh element of your stage presence as a spoken word artist is confidence. I feel like this one is obvious, but it is so important. So important, okay? Confidence is something that I truly had to work on. I was very hesitant, I was very shy, I never did this before. I've written, you know, pretty much all my life, but I've never shared my art and my work, and that's a battle in itself. This takes some time to develop. You're not gonna have confidence overnight. Of course, I'm more confident than what I was like a year ago or 2 years ago, but I still have work to do, and I'm always working towards improving my confidence and improving my stage presence as a whole. Confidence is something that no artist ever stops working at. Like, it's a new experience sharing a new piece of art, so of course you have to be confident in what you're sharing, even if it's your first time sharing it. So it's really a never-ending thing. Your stage presence must reveal that you are proud of your work, you are prepared to share your work, and you have intention. You want to seem like you're proud of your work. You want to seem like you're ready to share your work, and that is all related to your confidence and how you deliver your spoken word. Confidence is most definitely something that cannot be taught and given, but it can be developed. So I can't tell you how to be confident. I can give you tips far as working towards improving your confidence, but I can't just give you, here's confidence, here you go, hope you like it, you know what I'm saying? I can only tell you how I've worked towards improving my confidence and giving you those tips and hoping that they work for you. You have to know what you're doing. You can't walk up there like, hey guys, I'm gonna be doing this spoken word, please, You have to be sure about your work. You have to show that you're serious. You have to show that you're confident. Even if you aren't confident, really just like, I hate to be like fake it till you make it, because I feel like that's kind of unrealistic, but some things you have to do afraid. That's literally one of my favorite sayings. When I first presented Unruled Monarch, when I was working on Unruled Monarch, I was so afraid because I had never been that vulnerable. I've never shared these things with anybody before. It was honestly, it was a different way of writing for me because I've never been that vulnerable and honest. So it was very scary sharing that work, but you have to take pride in what you do. You have to be so proud of what you do in order to share it with other people, because if they see that you don't like it, why should I like it? You have to be confident. You can't show that you've made mistakes. Like, sure, you're gonna make mistakes. I still make mistakes to this day, but the audience doesn't know unless you tell them. I think another thing that contributes to your stage presence is like reading off your phone. Like, sure, you can read from your phone, but you still need to engage in the audience as you're looking at your phone and reading your phone and presenting this piece to other people. See what I mean? The last element relating to confidence as far as being a spoken word artist and your stage presence is to just be proud of your work. You work so hard to create your art. You put so much time and effort into creating your art. Be proud of it. Even if it's not your best piece, even if you don't get a whole bunch of snaps and woo, yeah girl, be proud of it, because at the end of the day, you wrote it for you. You wrote it because you needed to get it out, and you wrote it because you wanted to use your talents and your gifts and your skills. So just really be proud of it, but think about how you can touch one person in the audience, how it can just mean so much more to them, how you can say what they've been trying to say, but they don't have the words to say it, and you do. You don't know just how much your art can save people. So really think about that. If you're afraid of sharing your art, if you don't feel confident, just really think about who you can touch, the one life you can change, and the one person that can inspire, that you can inspire. And I think that that would really just... So yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. I really hope that you guys found this helpful. Actually, this was originally a class that I taught for IA back in high school, and I thought that I'd make this a YouTube video because I think that this is very helpful information, and I thought that I taught a very good class, if I do say so myself. But I really hope that you guys liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Do not forget to click that subscribe button if you have not already as well. If you guys have any additional questions about stage presence, spoken word, my journey as a spoken word artist, any of that, leave them in the comments and I will answer those for you guys. So if you guys have any additional video requests, let me know and I will do my best to make those happen. I don't think I have anything else to say, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.